Welcome to House Lux Estate, the channel committed to providing you with financial wisdom and smart investment advice. Today, we're tackling a topic that's as old as money itself: pyramid schemes. These schemes, often disguised as legitimate business opportunities, are actually financial traps. They're structured like a pyramid, with an individual or small group at the top reaping most of the benefits, while those at the bottom struggle to see any returns. Essentially, they are a game of musical chairs, where the music eventually stops, and those left standing are the ones who lose. Now, if this sounds a bit abstract, don't worry. We're here to demystify it. In this video, we'll be uncovering the top 10 reasons why pyramid schemes never work, and why you should steer clear of them. So sit back, get comfortable, and let's dive into the world of pyramid schemes and why they're more trouble than they're worth. Kicking off our countdown at number 10, a major red flag of pyramid schemes is the lack of a genuine product or service. Pyramid schemes often operate under the guise of a legitimate business. However, upon closer inspection, one might find that there's no substantial product or service being sold. Or if there is, it's typically of questionable quality, and its sales aren't the primary source of the scheme's income. Instead, these schemes are heavily reliant on the constant recruitment of new members, who each pay a fee to join. This fee then trickles up the pyramid, lining the pockets of those at the top. It's a clever masquerade, but one that falls apart under scrutiny. So if you're being asked to join a business that doesn't have a solid product or service, beware. It might be a pyramid scheme. Coming in at number 9, pyramid schemes heavily emphasize recruitment over sales. This is a key red flag to watch out for. You see, legitimate businesses make their money from selling products or services. But in a pyramid scheme, the focus is often on recruiting new members. The more people you bring in, the more money you're promised. It's not about selling a quality product or offering a valuable service. It's all about getting more people to join the scheme. So why is this a problem? Simple. It's unsustainable. There's a finite number of people in the world. Eventually, you're going to run out of people to recruit. And when that happens, the money dries up and the pyramid collapses. In conclusion, if a business is more interested in you bringing in new members than selling a product, it's a good sign you're dealing with a pyramid scheme. At number 8, pyramid schemes operate on an unsustainable business model. Now let's delve deeper into this. Picture a pyramid. The base is broad, right? Now imagine this as the business model, where each new layer of recruits must be exponentially larger than the previous one to provide the promised profits to the earlier participants. It's like building a skyscraper on quicksand. It might look impressive initially, but eventually it's going to crumble. This model is fundamentally flawed because, in reality, the population growth is linear, not exponential. There's a limit to how many people can be recruited. So, sooner or later, the pyramid collapses when it becomes impossible to recruit the necessary numbers to pay off the previous layer. This is the reason why pyramid schemes often have a short lifespan. They burn brightly, then burn out. A business model that relies on endless recruitment to stay afloat is not only unfeasible, it's a pyramid scheme. From number 7 to 4, we have high startup costs, misleading earnings, limited earnings, and potential legal consequences. Let's start with high startup costs. Pyramid schemes often require a substantial initial investment, often disguised as the cost for a starter kit or membership fee. This amount can be surprisingly hefty, running into hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And while these costs are presented as a necessary step to unlock future earnings, they primarily serve to line the pockets of those at the top of the pyramid. Next, we have misleading earnings. Pyramid schemes are notorious for their false income claims. Promoters often lure in new recruits with tales of unimaginable wealth and success. But these tales are just that, tales. The reality is, the vast majority of participants earn little to nothing, and many even end up losing money. This segues neatly into our third point: limited earnings. Pyramid schemes operate on the principle of infinite growth, but in reality, markets are finite. This means that sooner or later, the pool of potential recruits dries up, leaving those at the bottom of the pyramid with no one to recruit and thus no way to earn money. Lastly, we have the potential legal consequences. Pyramid schemes are illegal in many jurisdictions, and participating in one, whether knowingly or unknowingly, can land you in hot water. Penalties can range from hefty fines to even jail time in extreme cases. So, let's put it all together. High startup costs drain your resources, misleading earnings create false hope, limited earnings cap your potential, and legal consequences pose a serious risk. All these factors are intertwined in the complex web that is a pyramid scheme. All of these factors contribute to the reasons why pyramid schemes never work and why you should avoid them. Number 3 on our list is the tempting but misleading promise of quick and easy money. Now, who wouldn't want that, right? Pyramid schemes often lure people in with this enticing bait. They paint a picture of a life where you can earn a fortune without breaking a sweat. But here's the truth. This is rarely the reality. In reality, pyramid schemes are like a game of musical chairs. The music stops when there are no more people to recruit. And when that happens, the money dries up. The ones at the top might have made some cash, but those at the bottom? They're left high and dry with nothing to show for their investment. So, the next time you come across an opportunity that promises you quick and easy money, tread carefully. Do your due diligence. Ask the hard questions. Because more often than not, these schemes leave you with less than what you started with. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. At number 2, the hard truth is that most people involved in pyramid schemes lose money. Why is this the case? Well, the structure of these schemes is specifically designed to benefit those at the very top of the pyramid, the founders. As more and more people are recruited, the pyramid expands with the majority of participants filling up the bottom layers. Now imagine this, the earnings of those at the bottom are dependent on their ability to recruit others. As the pyramid grows, the chances of finding new recruits diminish, leaving the vast majority with little to no returns on their hefty investments. It's a game of musical chairs, but there are far fewer chairs than players. This means that when the music stops, most players will be left standing, empty-handed. The sad reality is, in a pyramid scheme, the odds are stacked against you. Topping our list at number 1, the most important reason to avoid pyramid schemes is that they are illegal. If you're involved in one, even unknowingly, you're playing with fire. You see, the law doesn't take kindly to these kinds of operations. In many countries, including the United States, pyramid schemes are outright illegal. They're banned because they're fraudulent and deceptive. They're designed to benefit the few at the top, while the majority at the bottom lose their hard-earned money. And that's not all. If you're involved in a pyramid scheme, you could face serious legal consequences. These could range from hefty fines to even jail time. Imagine the impact of that on your life, on your family, on your future. Not a pretty picture, is it? So it's not just about losing money, it's about potentially losing your freedom. Not only are pyramid schemes a bad investment, they could land you in serious legal trouble. So, there you have it. The top 10 reasons why pyramid schemes never work and why you should avoid them. We've dissected the lack of a genuine product or service, highlighted the dangerous emphasis on recruitment over sales, and exposed the unsustainable business model that inevitably leads to collapse. We've also delved into the high startup costs, misleading earnings, limited earnings potential, and the severe legal consequences of getting involved in such schemes. We've seen how the promise of quick and easy money is nothing more than a mirage, and how, statistically speaking, most people end up losing money in these ventures. Lastly, we've reminded ourselves that pyramid schemes are, in fact, illegal and punishable by law. These points should serve as a red flag checklist when assessing any business opportunity. Remember to stay informed, do your research, and steer clear of these harmful schemes. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to House Lux Estate for more financial wisdom.